Let's talk about Workhorse, baby.
What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor. Look, I got the clothing line to prove that fact. And today, we're speaking about Workhorse. Now, I know there hasn't been the most news in the world surrounding this company. Not what we've gotten used to over the last 3, 4, 5, even 6 months. But this is what we do on the channel. There's a couple of things I want to speak about in particular. First of all, there was some insider selling. So let's speak about, does it worry me? The simple answer is no. Next thing, the price action, because the consolidation is getting real. I mean, more real than it's ever been. And something I really want to focus on today, okay, is Workhorse as a company and Workhorse as a stock. Because in general, when we invest in the stock, we're investing in the company. But Workhorse has been a little bit different. There's been a lot of people who have gotten emotionally involved with Workhorse that has caused some huge run-ups and also caused some huge dips. So I just want to speak about why this for the longest time moved, very differently to the large majority of stocks. And then there is one or two articles that I want to just go through briefly, just some interesting points in there. And I also want to speak about some of the good things that Workhorse has done, again, over the last 4 or 5 months, that a lot of people have seemed to have forgotten about. So right before we do get into the video, my friends, can I please ask you to hit that juicy like button? You guys always smash the support on these Workhorse videos. I really do appreciate it, my friends. Thank you all so much. Feel free to drop me a comment down below. Let me know, how are you feeling about Workhorse right now? Are you still holding? Are you buying more? What are you doing, my friends? And if you are indeed new around here, please, my friend, hit that juicy red subscribe button and join the family of investors. Why not? Why not? And also, guys, if you are interested, please hit that first link in the description. Sign up to the juiciest private Discord group. In there, you will get my buy and sell alerts. There's over 600 investors in there. You get my thoughts on all of the latest news pretty much every single day. There's even some stocks we speak about in there that I don't speak about on the channel, so loads of juicy information. And if you want 4 free stocks on Webull, they run the promotion right now. If you sign up and deposit $100, you get 4 free stocks, 2 of which are valued up to $3,700 when you deposit $100. It's so easy. That's the second link in the description. Right, so now, let's get right into it. So potentially, the first thing that we should have a look at is the price action. Now, we'll come back to this more at the end, okay? We're looking at 4-hour candles here. So from the 17th of December to pretty much the 3rd of December. Look at this sideways action. If you have been in Workhorse for a while, this is not what you're used to seeing, my guys. I mean, this doesn't happen. You're used to seeing this. Or, on the way down, you're used to seeing this. We're not used to seeing this. The last time anything like this happened, okay, was when they went on the huge run-up and then took a little bit of a dip. That's the last time we traded sideways pretty much at all. The rest of it was up, down, huge moves. So this to me shows that, it's starting to trade more like a normal stock. And that brings me on to my first point of today, okay? Workhorse as a stock versus Workhorse as a company. I don't think there's any denying that an absolutely incredible amount of hype came about this company all the way back at the end of June, the very start of July. That's when a lot of people started getting on the Workhorse train, okay? Myself included. I wasn't one of the people who got in at $3, $4, $5. I was initially getting in the 15s. And there was a lot of people buying the stock, okay? There was a lot of people buying the USPS contract. When you bought the ticker symbol WKHS, that's what a lot of people were buying. They weren't buying into Workhorse. Things have changed, and now I genuinely think there's a lot more people buying the company behind the ticker symbol. There's a lot more people buying Workhorse. I mean, let's be honest, guys. Nobody knows when the USPS contract's going to be announced. It has been delayed so many times, and each time it happens, it leads to a big sell-off with the company. But in the past, that big sell-off has brought us down to, $15 to $17 a share. This time, we touched off 19, and we're consolidating around $20 to $22, which is somewhat leading me to believe that there are a lot more people buying the company now rather than swing trading it or buying the hype or buying the USPS contract. I genuinely believe that when a lot of people were buying here, so between, middle of June, the first half of July, it was all hype. And even for a lot of this here, it was all hype. We thought the USPS contract was going to be coming soon. We thought we were going to make a really quick 100 to 200%. And that obviously never happened. I mean, look at us, okay? It's 4 or 5 months later. And no, swing traders would not wait 4 to 5 months. They would not stay in the company 4 to 5 months for the prospect of a USPS contract. Swing traders are in and out. I mean, the max they're going to do is a few days, maybe a week or two. Now, of course, people have swung it all the way up, all the way down. But the point I'm making is that now we value Workhorse somewhere in the realms of $20 to $22 for more than a couple of weeks. Whereas beforehand we were valuing it somewhere between, let's say, 15 and 17 for a much longer period of time, over a couple of months. And this is down to numerous reasons. This is down to Workhorse becoming more than just the USPS contract, and that's where long-term investing comes into play. Now look guys, I know a lot of people just say I'm a Workhorse bull, but I mean, I genuinely feel like I'm one of the people who have outlined the risks of this company more than anybody else on YouTube. I mean, every single video, this is a high risk, high reward company. You could lose so much money in this company. I've always said that, guys. If you don't have the stomach for highly volatile companies, Workhorse is definitely not something you should ever be looking at. But if you do have that, if you've done your research, if you have conviction on this company, why would you want to sell now? So just a few things that have happened over the last few months that fundamentally changed Workhorse for the best. Well, I mean, we have Lordstown Motors coming out and saying that Workhorse can have use of their factory if needed for the USPS contract. One of the biggest arguments I always see on the channel is how could Workhorse possibly produce enough vehicles for the USPS contract? Trust me, they can. They don't need to produce them all at once. That's not how it's going to work. Pritchard, okay? They gave Pritchard a few vehicles. They loved them so much they came back and ordered 500 more. Ryan from Pritchard literally emailed Steve Schrader, the CFO of Workhorse, because he knew he was coming onto my channel, and told him that they plan on buying a whole lot more down the line. I still think Pritchard is going to be huge for Workhorse. It's similarly to when the Hitachi partnership came out, okay? A lot of people forgot about it after a week or two, and I preached on the channel that it's going to be incredibly important, and it's turned out that yes, it has been. I think Pritchard is also going to be incredibly important for Workhorse from a long-term point of view. We've upgraded the mileage on our vehicles, making them even better for their service, for last mile delivery. Don't forget about the drones, okay? Again, when you're investing in a company, you're looking at what's going to happen 1 year, 2 years, 3 years down the line. Those drones could value Workhorse higher than the share price they're at now alone in a matter of only a few years. We have the refrigeration vehicle prototypes coming out soon, my friends. We're in talks with every major retailer inside of the US. Those words came straight from the mouth of the CFO on this very channel. ARK Invest have been scooping up shares. I mean, specifically look at this last one. Look, there was a big dip. They bought so many shares. They've been buying tens of thousands every single day. I mean, look at these guys. 500,000 put in, 620,000, nearly 500,000 again, 250,000, 350,000 every single day. Wall Street analysts, okay? We have 5 buys, we've 1 hold, we've 0 sells, 2 strong buys, 0 strong sells. The point I'm trying to make, guys, is that I no longer think Workhorse is a hype play. I do think it's going to turn into one again, okay? There's going to be speculation about when the contract comes out in the first quarter of next year. The swingers are going to come back. They're going to be trying to make their money again. Right now, people are investing in a company, which is what I love to see. I just think every now and again, guys, it's important to remind yourself, you know, you're investing in the company. We're not investing and hoping for 50% in a day. Obviously, when it happens, it's fantastic. But I've been saying this for a long time. I didn't sell them when I was up 80 to 100%. You know, I'm holding them. Just remember all the good things that Workhorse has come out with over the last while, and remember you're investing in the company. Now, the next thing I want to show you guys is that there's been some insider selling. There's been a lot lately. Look, I don't like to see it. You guys don't like to see it. It's part of business. Look, Dwayne Hughes sold quite a few shares, an awful lot of shares. Look at the green text. The sales reported on this Form 4 were affected pursuant to Rule 10b5 trading plan. This was predetermined. It was pre-planned. I've said it so many times on the channel. I mean, this is how these guys make the majority of their money. Look, I'll be real with you guys. I prefer that they weren't selling as well. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's good that they're selling. It is predetermined, okay? He's not selling for any specific reason. He's making his money. It's okay. I know a lot of people bring up the point that, you know, if they really believe in the company, why would they sell now? And I mean, I really do understand that point of view, okay? But I just want to show you guys what they've done on the yearly chart still. I mean, this company's up 500% still. We were up as much as over 800%. They've made a lot of money, my friends. I mean, if I was in this predicament as well, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to take advantage as well. If I was one of the people who bought Workhorse at $1, $2, $3 a share, I probably would have sold some by now as well. Now again, it's not what we want to see. I'm not trying to say that it is, but it's part of business, my friends. Now, some of the mistakes they've made recently, okay? On Yahoo Finance, there's one here, and this is one I agree with, okay? 2 recent stumbling blocks. Workhorse made a mistake by sourcing its batteries from only one vendor. And I'll agree, and they owned up to it on that last earnings call. Not what any of us wanted to hear. They've eradicated it. They fixed the situation. We will find out, okay, if it's worked out when we get our Q4 earnings. Really is that simple. Until then, we have to take their word. We also reiterated our Q3 earnings call target of producing 1,800 vehicles next year. They expect to have 100 by the end of the first quarter and 200 by the end of Q2, a month. And in terms of getting to free cash flow positive, management thinks volume needs to be in a 300 vehicle a month range. Look, there's potential that happens next year. All going well, we're going to be cash flow positive by the end of next year. Which, guys, for a company like Workhorse, I would be very happy with. If you go and look at a lot of these new EV stocks, they're still not going to be cash flow positive. till 2023, 2024. Some of them are even going to be 2025. I would like to remind you guys, Workhorse has a good amount of cash on the balance sheet, and they also do have vehicles on the road in this moment in time, which it can't be said for a lot of these other stocks. One thing I do want to keep in mind, though I've already briefly touched on it, Workhorse story is heavily reliant on the outcome of the USPS contract award. What I want to say, guys, is the stock is, without a doubt in my mind, reliant on the USPS contract, okay? The company I genuinely do not believe is. The USPS contract would be an absolutely huge catalyst. Look, I've been saying it for so long, if we don't get it, of course we're going down in value quite considerably. I do think that will be followed by a big run-up from people like me who have done research for months and months, who have a huge amount of conviction on this company. We're going to buy those shares back really cheap and hold this company for a long time, because we know about the drones, we know about Hitachi, we know about Pritchard, we know about all of these longer term catalysts, more than just the USPS contract. So over the next 3 months or so, the stock's price, again at some stage, will be moved purely based off of the USPS contract, without a doubt in my mind. But long term, I think they're going to be fine either way. And this guy here says, as we have noted in the past, we are less concerned about when it is announced and much more concerned about how much of the contract Workhorse wins. Again, I've been saying this for so long on the channel. Who cares if we get a big run up 3 or 6 months later on? It's still going to happen. We're either going to go on a huge run up, or we're going to lose a lot of value at some stage because of the USPS contract. It's going to happen at some stage, one way or the other. So my friends, that's what I really wanted today's video to be about. In regards to price action, I covered this last week. Nothing has changed since we are still consolidating. I see 1924 as a very strong level of support. We're not too far away from it. And then the next level I'm looking towards is about $24 a share in the upwards direction. Worth noting, yeah, there is a little bit of a gap around $23.50 or so. It's not the kind of gap I'd consider that needs to be filled, because there's so much price action just before it happened. Still worth noting. RSI is showing pretty neutral still in this period of consolidation. You can see the MACD is a little bit below neutral. Gonna have to wait and see what happens though, my friends, but that's where I stand on Workhorse. Look, I'm still a long-term holder of the company. I'm going to be. I'm either going to make a lot of money with Workhorse, or I'm going to lose a lot of money with Workhorse, and that's something I've been saying on the channel for the better part of 3, 4, 5 months, my friends. So if you have watched this video all the way until the end, you, my friend, are a true legend, and I really do appreciate you being here from the bottom of my heart. I mean, the amount of Workhorse videos we've made, if you're somebody who has watched all of them, I appreciate you, my man, or my woman, but genuinely thank you all so much. If you enjoyed the video, maybe took some value, some insight, enjoyed my calm level head, please consider hitting that like button, drop me a comment down below, and please do subscribe if you're new around here. Again, if you are interested in joining that private Discord group, we cover Workhorse all day, every day in there. It's our most active chat, obviously. It's that first link in the description, my friends. It's an awesome community, and if you want your 4 free stocks on Webull, hit the second link in the description, sign up, deposit $100. It really is that simple. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, my friends. I will see you for another video very soon. Peace.